your person turned their back on you, and the reason was tied to a third-party situation. This could have involved someone they were already in a relationship with, someone new who entered their life, or it might have been due to differences in religion, culture, or other external influences. Whatever the cause, they chose to walk away from the connection you both shared. At the time, they may have believed they were making the right decision, or at least the easier one. But deep within, something didn't feel right. And now, they're beginning to understand the weight of their choices. Regret is settling in. They are realizing that the bond they had with you was unlike anything else they've known. You are the person their heart truly longs for. Since walking away, your person has been dealing with the consequences of their decision. The people or situations they prioritized over you are no longer fulfilling them. In fact, these circumstances are draining and stressing them out. They now see that the grass wasn't greener on the other side. It's becoming clear to them that the happiness, peace, and deep emotional connection they felt was with you. They want to leave behind these karmic or third-party situations and find their way back to you. But this isn't something that can happen overnight. Spirit is asking you to be patient, to trust the process. Your person is currently in the midst of finding balance within their thoughts, their emotions, and their life. They are navigating through confusion, guilt, and fear, but they are determined to come out on the other side. You may feel lost right now. Maybe there's been no contact at all, and you're sitting in silence, wondering if they'll ever return. Or maybe there is still communication, but it's inconsistent, unclear, or emotionally distant. In either case, you're left in the dark, uncertain about what they're thinking or feeling. It's painful to be in this limbo, unsure of whether to hold on or let go. But what you don't see is that they do recognize the pain they've caused you. They are becoming more aware of how their actions hurt you, and this realization is pushing them to want to make things right. Your person is preparing to return, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. They want to come back to you with clarity, honesty, and a genuine intention to rebuild. The love they feel for you is still alive and burning strongly. They are passionate about you, about the connection you share, and about the future they hope to create with you. But it will take time. This isn't going to resolve itself in a week or two. It may take several weeks or even a few months, depending on the complexity of their situation. Spirit wants you to know that the conclusion is within reach, but patience and faith are required. There are still a few obstacles that need to be cleared before the path forward is fully open. Despite their current reality, your person does not want to stay where they are. They are restless, emotionally distant from the life they're living, and constantly thinking about you. They wonder what you're doing, if you've moved on, if you still care. They want to reach out, to talk, to express what they've been holding in. More than anything, they want to negotiate and rebuild a future with you. They know that you might be upset with them, that they've hurt you in ways words can't fully mend. But in their heart, they are determined to make you smile again. They want to bring joy back into your life, to be the person who supports and cherishes you as you deserve. There is so much they've kept inside, so many unspoken words, feelings, and regrets. But they can't hold it in forever. Their heart is wide open now, and they are moving through major internal changes. They are growing, evolving, and awakening to the truth of what your connection really means. This is more than just a relationship to them now, it's something sacred. They are beginning to see you not just as a partner, but as someone deeply significant on a soul level. They are finally understanding who you are to them. Even if things don't look promising on the surface, if they appear distant, unavailable, or unchanged, know that a transformation is happening within them. They are preparing for reunion in ways you might not yet be able to see. The emotional and spiritual shifts they are experiencing are very real. And ironically, it's your distance, whether emotional or physical, that is triggering this transformation. The thought of losing you for good is pushing them to reflect, to awaken, and to fight for what they know matters. Everything that's unfolding right now is part of the journey toward reunion. The delays, the confusion, the silence, it's all connected to a deeper purpose. This is not the end of your story. The connection you share is strong, and your person is coming into full awareness of that. They are on their way back to you, not just to reconnect, but to do things right this time. Are you feeling trapped in a relationship that has become increasingly toxic? Perhaps you find yourself constantly trying to make things right, yet nothing you do seems to be enough. The bond you once cherished now feels heavy, confusing, and emotionally draining. You may be facing a situation where your partner is placing all the blame on you, constantly pointing out your faults, and making you feel as though you're the sole cause of every issue. It's possible that you did something either intentionally or unintentionally that upset them. But instead of addressing it with understanding and communication, they've allowed resentment and jealousy to grow unchecked. This jealousy has become overwhelming. It goes beyond occasional insecurity and crosses the line into possessiveness and control. Your partner may want to dominate every part of your life, dictating your choices, your interactions, even your thoughts, all in the name of love or protection. They may become upset when others show interest in you, even in harmless or platonic ways. You might notice that they are isolating you from friends or loved ones, subtly, or even blatantly, trying to ensure that they are the center of your world. These are not signs of affection, they are red flags. Even though their behavior is hurtful, they remain strangely fixated on your energy and presence. This contradiction, between their anger and their obsession, can leave you feeling disoriented, questioning your own perception, and deeply confused about what's real. As you sit with these feelings of confusion, it's important to acknowledge what your intuition has likely already told you: this relationship has turned toxic. It no longer nurtures your emotional well-being or helps you grow, it stifles you. This realization can be painful, especially if you still care about the person or feel responsible for their struggles. You might sense that your partner is suffering in other areas of life. Perhaps they feel unfulfilled in their career or are dealing with personal disappointments. These challenges could be leading to emotional exhaustion, and even contributing to physical illness or mental health issues. While it's compassionate to support someone you love during a difficult time, it should never come at the cost of your own mental health. You might feel obligated to stay, thinking that you're the only one who can help them. But the truth is, no matter how much you care, you cannot heal someone who refuses to take responsibility for their behavior. It's not your job to fix what they won't admit is broken. Still, if your heart tells you they are struggling, offering a listening ear and a compassionate presence may help them feel less alone. But again, this support should not override your need for emotional safety. This entire situation can create a profound sense of emotional chaos. Confusion, anxiety, and even depression can take root, especially when you're torn between loyalty to your partner and loyalty to yourself. You might feel like you're walking on eggshells, trying to avoid conflict or further blame. You may feel helpless, unsure of how to make things better, or if it's even possible. Your partner, too, may be grappling with confusion, trying to make sense of their own feelings, their guilt, or perhaps even their fear of abandonment. This inner turmoil often leads to unhealthy reactions that only deepen the wounds in your relationship. It's also worth considering whether a specific event or pattern of behavior, something that someone did or failed to do, has caused a major shift in your dynamic. Perhaps betrayal, dishonesty, or emotional neglect has left you feeling angry, hurt, or even bitter. These feelings are valid and deserve to be honored, not brushed aside or suppressed. Before taking any action, though, it's important to take a step back and assess the situation as calmly and clearly as possible. What exactly happened? How did it make you feel? Are those feelings being acknowledged by the other person, or are they being dismissed? It's very likely that the person who hurt you is also struggling with their own emotional baggage. They may feel ashamed, guilty, or simply overwhelmed by the consequences of their actions. That doesn't excuse their behavior, but it might explain it. They may need time and space to process their emotions and come to terms with what they've done. During this time, your role is not to wait around, hoping they'll come back better. Your role is to protect your peace, reflect on your needs, and begin the journey back to yourself. Trust your instincts as you move forward. They are your internal compass, pointing you toward what feels right and what feels wrong. Listen closely to them when deciding how, or if, to continue engaging with this person. Is their remorse genuine? Are they actively trying to change, or simply trying to avoid the consequences of their actions? True healing only begins when there is honesty, accountability, and consistent effort. At the end of the day, your well-being matters. You deserve a relationship rooted in respect, safety, trust, and mutual support. If this current situation is robbing you of peace and clarity, it might be time to take a difficult but necessary step, to walk away, not out of anger, but out of love for yourself.